think there's nothing in the world more beautiful than falling in love. But falling in love for the right reasons, falling in love for the right purpose, falling in love. Falling in love. When you fall in love, what is there to compromise about?
Yeah. Under pressure, I have to tell you something. But how's the weather? Maybe I'll just keep stalling. I must admit I loved you for a long time. I never thought I'd get to say your whole mind. That never crossed my mind. Yeah, that never crossed my mind. But now we're here and I could say I'm happy. Finally okay with saying things that's happy. I never imagined that this.
So today we're actually gonna start in Shoreditch and just walk around that area, and we have one bakery that we want to go to that's over there. I gave you up tickets to the Green Day concert in Wembley tonight, and Nothing But Thieves is the support act, which is his favorite band. So if you want a tip from me, give your boyfriend tickets to a concert in a different city so you can actually make an entire trip out of it. That's just the best thing you can do as a girlfriend. And by the way, Job is actually out now to get some toothbrushes because we forgot those. So yeah, I'm gonna go pack the things that we want to bring and then we can leave.
I know that it is freezing, but I think we have to walk. Keep waving at the taxis, they keep turning their lights off. But Julie knows a party at some actor's West Side loft. Supplies are endless in the evening, by the morning they'll be gone. When everything is lonely, I can be my own best friend. I get a coffee in the paper, have my own conversations. With the sidewalk and the pigeons in my window reflection. The mask I polish in the evening, by the morning looks like shit. And I know you have a heavy heart, I can feel it when we kiss. So many men stronger than me have thrown their backs out, trying to live. Sorry, so sorry for what I've done.
We are heading to Notting Hill this morning, and yesterday I ended up not really vlogging because the day was just too busy for us. Tried to do the touristy things, but it was so busy, so overwhelming, we did not like it at all. And the day was just also a bit chaotic because we had the concert and Wembley is like pretty far out of the city, so we had to leave like pretty early to go to Wembley, but the concert was good. Also, we tried the viral chocolate strawberries at Borough Market, and the strawberries were good, but the whole experience was just so bad because those employees just keep yelling at you, like from when you get in line to when you get the strawberries, they just yell at you. So it was just not good. So busy. Would not recommend. I would recommend the strawberries, but not really the experience. So I feel like you could get strawberries like somewhere else for cheaper and better. So today we're gonna take it a bit slower because yesterday was just too busy for us, and we're gonna start in Notting Hill for the morning, and it's actually gonna start raining now, so we gotta go get some breakfast. So we're gonna go to Granger & Co for breakfast now. picked up another coffee and now we're just heading back to the hotel to chill for a little bit, and we're walking around Marylbone, if that's how you pronounce it, and I think this might actually be my favorite area in London. It's so pretty here and the sun has come out, so we're just gonna enjoy this coffee and walk back to the hotel. I am putting my shoes back on because we are about to head out for dinner and we're going to this restaurant called Jacuzzi. I found this on TikTok and I feel like it's one of those like viral restaurants, so I don't really know what the vibe is going to be, but it does look very good, and we haven't actually gone out for dinner here, so I'm very excited. We just chilled at the hotel for a little bit and I read a little, and speaking of books, we went to the Daunt bookstore and it was so pretty. That was probably the most beautiful bookstore that I've ever been in. It was a little bit crowded, which I was expecting, so that was fine, but I did think it was a little bit chaotic. Like, I didn't know where to look for certain books. Alright, so first off we got Normal People by Sally Rooney. I actually got this for Job as a little gift because I wanted to get him a book for our next holiday. Actually, I'm saying this as if we're not on holiday right now, but I got this for him so he can read this in Italy. I actually heard so many good things about this book, and Job usually doesn't read books like this, so I'm very curious to see what he thinks of it, and then when he finishes this I can read it, so that's good. And as you can see, I'm reading an Emily Henry book. I actually just started it and it's my first Emily Henry book that I'm reading, but I also got a new one to continue my Emily Henry series. I got Happy Place. I actually wanted to also get Beach Read, but they didn't have it, so I got Happy Place because I feel like this is just gonna be a really good book for summer, and I'm very excited actually. I have been liking Emily Henry so far, and I've heard so many good stories about this book as well. And then the last book that I got, I don't really know if I'm gonna like this or not, because usually I'm now reading mostly like fiction stories, and this book is called Conversation on Love, and this is, I don't really know how to like explain it, but it's basically a story where they answer certain questions like, how do we sustain love, how can we survive losing love, and how do we find love. It's just a lot of questions about love, and they're kind of like writing about all of the things that have to do with it, so I feel like this is kind of like a book that is really trying to learn you something. I feel like, I don't really know if that's actually gonna be it, but it's not like an actual fiction story, which Happy Place is, so I'm gonna see if I like the difference between these, like the combination between a fiction story and then this other book, and I'm honestly really excited to read these in Italy. Yeah, the bookstore was in Marylbone, so we walked around there for a little bit and it was actually really pretty. I loved it, and we wanted to get some lunch. We stumbled across this restaurant and we were like, oh, that looks kind of cute, and then we looked at the menu and they had this pizza with burrata, and we were like, we have to get that. And it was sunny, we got an Aperol Spritz, and it was so good. And England was actually playing, the football team, and we thought it was gonna be like very obvious that England would play, but honestly you couldn't really tell. Like, no one was actually watching the game. Like in central London we couldn't really notice that it was happening, and in the Netherlands it's like so obvious when they play, and here it was just like not really noticeable, so that was kind of funny to see. They're still playing, by the way. I think Job is probably still watching it. Yeah, we just sat there with an Aperol Spritz in the sun and it was so good. And then we did notice that we were a little bit tired from walking like 30,000 steps every day here, so we decided to just chill in the hotel for a little bit, and now we're just gonna head to the restaurant, probably walk around because we're a little bit early. Our reservation's like 45 minutes and I think the restaurant's like 20 away, so I think we're just gonna walk around for a little bit, head to the restaurant, have dinner, and I don't really know if there's anything that we're gonna do after. We might go stop by a pub or something, but we might also not. So yeah, we're just gonna head to dinner. I switched outfits, by the way. I'm now wearing my Gina Tricot top and I freshened up my makeup a little bit, and now we're gonna head out for dinner.